and welcome to MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. And whoa, what's going on here? Am I awake, Lisa? Am I awake?
You are.
Am I awake? Slap me again. It is Shaun Pollock who has returned to the MPL Super Couch. The prodigal son returns, and not just for one prediction. Tell people how many predictions you got right today.
Well, if we had to go through it, it would be a whole lounge suite. So I'll just stick with one chair.
So you said Parthiv Patel. He was like, Parthiv Patel will be explosive in the power play and get out at 5.5 exact. Said before the game began, he said KKR will win today, even though all the stats and all the trends were against that.
It had to be 7-1.
It had to be 7-1. That's right.
That's right.
And it's 7-1. He used a child's mathematical prowess to get to that pattern spotting ability. That was very well done. So that was 7-1. And then, of course, you said that...
and they'd lose in less than 200.
Yeah, you said 199. And what did they get to 198?
198.
Yeah.
There must have been some...
There's some error somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it was that cramp, Pandya's cramp.
Yeah, that's one. So that cramp, excellent. So he has
I didn't put that in my calculation.
Yeah, he put everything right. There was probably a wide that was not called. Otherwise, it's 199. So he is sitting on the super couch. But meanwhile, KKR, well, what a win for them. But really, I think what we should be talking about down at the bottom right there with Mumbai, Hardik Pandya, 91 of 34. My goodness. So you take what Andre Russell did, 80 of 40. We add about, 1/3 more praise to that, and then praise Hardik Pandya. Those are the mathematical rules. Go.
Just amazing striking, isn't it? The fact that he sets up so well. He doesn't move around the crease too much. He doesn't try and outfox the bowler. He sets himself very still, where he's able to reach the ball outside off stump, or if it comes into the stumps, he's able to kind of do his helicopter shot, which he's perfected now, to the leg side. Clean striking. We said at the halfway point in the innings that if they can start to get some boundaries off the first few deliveries of each over, Mumbai Indians gave themselves a chance. And there was a point there that KKR, the drop catch, Dinesh Karthik and Robin Uthappa, they collided. You thought, oh, was that a turning point in the match? But thankfully for KKR fans, they were able just to hold their nerve. But wow.
Yeah, wow. Actually, that's the one word to sum it up. Pretty much wow, because he was just on a roll today. And what he did, I mean, you see that and you go, all right, there's been some fantastic hitting. There was also very clever hitting, wasn't it, Shaun? He was targeting the first ball of every over to hit a 6. So that the pressure would come down. They needed 16 and over. That's never easy. But when you hit the first ball for a 6, you go, okay.
Yeah, good surface. And he was supremely confident in his abilities. He almost had a chat between overs and said, okay, we'll put them under pressure immediately in the first ball. And I can remember the game we played, the 4-3-8 game, where we managed to get over the line. It's almost like you don't end up appreciating the boundaries because there's so many of them coming. Today is another case in point. We've seen some brilliant hitting from Russell and now Pandya. And when they're going, you say, oh, another boundary. And from KKR's perspective in the dugout, they're sitting there thinking, he's striking it nasty, but he'll get out. Let's hope he gets out. Please get out. And then eventually
he's not getting out.
So they would have been a little bit nervous, and only once his wicket had fallen would they have comfortably believed that they were going to win that game. But a great performance by him. Also got a wicket in the match, and also a great performance by Russell. You know, he got his score plus 2 wickets, and his bowling was actually key as well. Yeah. He bowled some really good deliveries there and got quite a few dots for the KKR, which just calmed them down a touch. But a fantastic day of striking by 2 individuals.
And the last time that KKR beat Mumbai Indians was, I think, the 6th or the 8th of April 2016. 15, sorry, even worse, 15. It was 4 years ago. My goodness. It's going to be a special party tonight in Kolkata, right? Probably a boat down the Hooghly and everybody's going crazy.
Well, hopefully there are a lot of smiles and everyone patting each other on each other's back so that they can now, KKR, put aside whatever, maybe your conspiracy theory was right and everything's fine, and now KKR just get that momentum that they need. I mean, they won plenty of games at the top end, obviously lost a chunk in the middle. Now all they have to do is just keep that winning momentum, and all of a sudden KKR come into the equation of the final 4.
Now, this is how good Hardik Pandya was today. Now, Hardik Pandya has effectively taken, 5 overs and hit 91 runs. He asked the rest of his team to get basically 140 in 14, which now when you break it down doesn't seem that daunting. So do you think that there was a little bit of panic, Shaun, at the top of the order? They were just, can you sometimes try to go too hard?
Yeah, you can, and that's why I said the coaching staff during the break needed to go and just say, listen, stick to your normal game plans. You both have great striking ability. I think Rohit was a bit disappointed that he got out, and Quinton de Kock didn't really give himself a chance. He didn't get going at all. So therein lied the disappointment, and it put them on the back foot. And they did remarkably well to get back onto the front foot, and at one stage maybe even had a hope of getting over that score. But it makes KKR a dangerous side. They've had a bad losing streak of the 6 games. That now comes to an end. And you would think their coaching staff and manager will say, listen, guys, let's just back ourselves. Go out there and just play with absolute freedom. We were basically on the verge of jumping out of the tournament. We've now got half a hope. Just go and express yourself the way we did tonight.
Yeah, they're 59 to win of 3 overs. And we were watching that. And if you're a KKR fan, that was not comfortable viewing because you had 59 of 3. Hardik Pandya still going great guns. And at that point in time, Shaun's right, they were on the front foot, weren't they, MI?
Yeah, they were. And it was down. And I said earlier about Krunal Pandya, that he would play a crucial role. And there were probably, 5 balls in the slot for him. And he just fell off them and shanked them to the onside. If he had gotten 1 or 2 of those away, then you almost felt that it wasn't solely on Hardik Pandya to get all of those runs. He needed someone else just to find the boundary every now and again, and he missed out that opportunity with his brother. I think that was probably the defining moment because they certainly had that momentum going into the last few overs.
Yeah, but usually what happens is when you're growing up, if one gets the fever, the other brother gets the fever as well. Today, it was just Hardik who had the fever. And he was turning on the heat. Krunal didn't really catch that virus today. And he's been sort of off the boil with his batting, especially this tournament. So really sort of a mountain too tall for him perhaps at that point in time. But anyway, that's done and dusted. You have to say for KKR, reason to celebrate. Little hiccup there, of course, towards overs 14, 15, 16, where you go, oh man, Hardik's taking away from us. But got over that hiccup and then, of course, won rather comfortably. Big thanks to Andre Russell. There was Shubman Gill, of course, who got a lot of runs. Lynn got runs, but Andre Russell got the runs as well as got the wickets. There was an all-round effort from him, and that's why he's our MPL hero of the match. There you go, the 80 of not out of 40 balls. Plenty of 4s and 6s that was sprayed into the crowd, and then he picked up 2 wickets at an economy of 6.25 in a game which has gone pretty much at 10 and 11.
Yeah, in the context of the game, that's a superb bowling performance. The 2 wickets were vital to obviously make inroads into the MR batting lineup. But the 6.25, I think that's really important because that just made that score a little bit further away. So 4 overs, 2 for 25.
Got to say something about the kid as well, Sandeep Warrier, right? 4 overs for 29. He's bowled 11 dot balls there, right? Thrown into a big situation against a big team that you've not won against for 4 years. He delivered, didn't he?
He did deliver, but he's coming off a really good domestic season, isn't he, for Kerala? He picked up wickets not only in their T20 competition, but also first-class competition. And that time in the middle where everything's going really well for you, the rhythm that he would have got from that domestic season, he's managed to bring it on the world stage, so to speak, and perform really well in front of his home crowd. So credit to him for doing that when balls were flying around left, right and centre.
Yeah, really. They got everybody. And they really got Piyush, didn't they, in those 3 overs?
They did. They put him to the sword and everything he tried just disappeared. But Warrior, the first time I've seen him. I haven't seen him bowl before and I was impressed by his skills. I did think it was going to be a big task and the fact that there was such a big score on the board that they were going to be targeting him to go after. But he held his nerve and did a great job.
Yeah, let's have a look at the points table, right? What's happening over there now? Mumbai still not qualified. Remember, they needed to win today to put the queue against their name. They haven't. So, as it stands, Delhi and Chennai, as we go into the final week of the league stage, it's Delhi and Chennai who have qualified. Sorry, last year, at this point, it was Chennai and Hyderabad that had qualified. So, basically, Chennai is your compulsory blind, right? Your first round. So let's look at where they are down. Kolkata now have 10 out of 12 games. They are ahead of Punjab, who's 10 out of 11. Rajasthan 10 out of 12. Hyderabad 10 out of 11. Tomorrow, one of these two teams, because Punjab is playing Hyderabad, one of these two teams will remain tied with Kolkata and one will go slightly ahead.
Yeah, well, I got a tweet from one of the guys who tells me that RCB aren't out of it yet.
RCB fans, I tell
yes,
you. They find you.
They found a way. They found a way. Scenario.com, they said they can get to 12 points and still qualify if this one wins this one.
Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up while you're saying that, because I really want to. Do you remember it by any chance?
I don't remember it exactly, but it was basically the big teams continued to win.
Yeah.
And that RCB obviously won all the rest of their games. But then there was this one beats this one beats one. I can search for it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's too late. It's too complicated.
Okay, right.
It's too much. If they can get to 12 points and qualify, good on them. Right? Good on them, because that means there's going to be some really exciting things happening in the last week of the league stage. There was some excitement on our leaderboard, on our MPL Super Team leaderboard as well. Let's see who's there. Come on, bring it up. Bring it up. Come on then. Sandeep Ahirwar, 343 points. Look at him. I like the shirt. It's a snazzy shirt, young man. Well done, Sandy. So congratulations, 343. In case you didn't do well on Super Team today, well, don't worry. On MPL, you can even play pro cricket. You can play a run out. So try your skill on that as well. All right, so tomorrow's game.
You've been going on about we need a game of 230 plays 200 and wickets falling, we get 400 points. The best we've got 343.
Yeah, and the systems failed today.
Okay, let's move to the next game.
I have a feeling that the person who... I have a feeling that he did not have both Russell and Pandya in his team. I think he had to make the hard call between Andre Russell and Hardik Pandya, and that's a hard call, and that's a call I wouldn't want to make. He's probably made that.
So out of every single person who played the game, no one picked those two?
Yeah.
Sure. Bad selecting today, boys.
Bad selecting.
Let's move on
It's
to
also
the next
the
game.
allocation of your points. You can't pick two of the strongest players, right? Then it's tough. Then you don't have the rest of your team. So it's kind of complicated, man. There's a lot of skill that goes into this.
You can't have Messi and Ronaldo, same team.
You can't. Because then you don't have anybody else. You need to
don't
fill
have
11.
El Clasico.
Yeah, Clasico. Okay, tomorrow's game is of importance not just to the two teams that are playing, but to a lot of the teams that are around them. It's the Sunrisers Hyderabad that are hosting Kings 11 Punjab, and we'll just go to the points table for just a second to explain to you how important this game is, right? Not just for them, but look at all the people around them, right? It's important even for Mumbai somehow, for Kolkata, Punjab, Rajasthan, Bangalore, and for the two teams that are playing.
And it means that, one team, if they... Obviously, there will be one team that loses, won't have that opportunity to get to 16 points. So that's a big thing, because 16 points we all know is...
Safety zone.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then 14, you start looking at your net run rate, you start panicking and looking at other situations. So vital clash for those two sides.
I want to see what has happened to Mumbai's run rate. See, it's come down from it was plus 0.56. So it's taken a bit of a hit today with that loss, because that's a decent margin loss there, 34 runs.
It's going to be a real spanner in the works. Apparently rain expected, so all of them on 11 points after tomorrow. Just joking.
No, apparently there is actually rain expected around the 1st of May in Bangalore.
Right.
So Rajasthan and Bangalore are playing in the Rajis. The Rajis and the RCB are playing on Tuesday, on the 1st. They're playing on Thursday. There's rain expected on midweek. So, I don't know. Can they qualify at 11, RCB? That's a stretch. That's going too far. So there you see the repercussions for both these teams. And now let's look at the teams, because Sunrisers Hyderabad are looking at their squad and they're going, all right, something has happened, right? Something has happened here, Lisa. Something is not added up. How do they fix that?
Well, it's trying to figure out now who's going to go up at the top. They've obviously found Manish Pandey, who's slotted in nicely at number 3. Their middle order is still a little bit unsure. They haven't really put their hands up when...
They haven't got runs from Vijay Shankar, not from Huda, not really from Yusuf Pathan.
And Shakib Al Hassan's only come in for a couple of games. He was out. I think he played the first one and then missed a heap and now is back. So they need more from him.
They need more from their captain as well. Kane's not had the kind of season that he'd want to write home about.
Very poor season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
When he scored, 700 runs last year? And everyone was questioning whether he was a T20 player. He kind of put that to bed But this year he's kind of gone back to probably what everyone thought he was going to be like last year.
Yeah.
He just hasn't had an opportunity to showcase his skills. Obviously, he was injured, his shoulder injury, his grandmother passed away, so he went back to New Zealand. So hopefully he comes back and he's able to find some forms. But also, from a New Zealand perspective, leading into the World Cup.
735 runs in the last season. This year he's just played 5 games. He's got only 41 runs. So he's...
And he hasn't faced many balls either.
Yeah.
That's the other issue.
Yeah, 46 balls for...
And Warner's guaranteed to play? There was talk about...
Tomorrow he's guaranteed to play and then he leaves. Tomorrow's his last game.
Okay.
So that's the end of that speculation. So tomorrow's the last game. We'll look at that again. We'll just pull that up for you. They're playing, given that they're playing in Hyderabad, let's look at that squad and see what their bowling options are. Because remember that they took Sid Kaul in place of Sandeep Sharma in the last game, and Sid Kaul went for a lot of runs. It was just yesterday, wasn't it?
It was yesterday.
Okay.
Quick turnaround.
Wow. They come back quick, don't they? So
They go back to Sandeep.
I'd rather them try again with Sthalekar. He picked up, 21 wickets last year, hasn't had that much of an opportunity. Sandeep Sharma looks really out of sync. He's bowling really low, his bowling arm's really low. He's trying too many cutters. He just doesn't look good. So I'd rather them try again, Sthalekar.
there's the kid Basil Thampi in there as well, who played last year, showed a lot of courage and a lot of heart when he was bowling. And this year, I don't think he's played a game this year.
No, I don't think
He hasn't been seen. I don't know. Would they? But at the stage that they're at, they won 5, they've lost 6. Would they throw that in all of a sudden, saying, or will they just persist with Kaul?
Yeah, I think they'll probably persist. I think, when I look at the makeup of their side, they try to be as level-headed as possible. Tom Moody wouldn't want to be disrupting things as much as possible because he knows that after this game, there's going to be another disruption. They've already lost Bairstow. So I think they try and keep it as much as possible, unless there's something about the conditions, that when they arrive at the ground tomorrow, they see something in that surface that's going to play differently to what
they like their home conditions. They played 4. They won 4 out of 6 at home. So Hyderabad, it's their strength to play at home. Punjab doesn't like travelling. Punjab's only won their sole game from, I think, 5 or 6 that they've played away. 6 games they've played away. They've only won 1, which was that Rajasthan game. I think, wasn't that the run out at the non-strikers? Because I'm not calling it what everybody else calls it. The run out, that was that game that they won. Besides that, they've not won anything away. So Hyderabad's got to sort of regroup themselves and say, that's all right, we've lost more than we won, but this is our zone, this is our skill. Let's just back ourselves.
I think the biggest thing for them will be the toss. I think they would absolutely love to win it and say, listen, let's bowl first and get back to the routine of chasing. I think their record chasing has been supreme, and it's something they're very comfortable doing. It's particularly with those 2 at the top of the order. They know how to structure a run chase, and they just feel comfortable. And the team, the batting lineup sort of can play accordingly. So I think there'll be a big moment. I know often the toss has an impact or doesn't have impact. I think as that coin goes up tomorrow, most of the team will be watching and hoping that they get to bowl first.
Let's have a look at the Punjab squad as well while we're at it. Visiting Hyderabad tomorrow. They don't like travelling. We Punjabis in general don't like travelling. We like being at home. You know, the ice in our drink, that water, it has to taste familiar. But anyway, it's not with the team here. But there you go. You're looking at that team. You're looking at the surface of Hyderabad. And Lisa, what are you trying to make some changes there then tomorrow?
The only change I could think of is Moses Enriquez. I think he's close to being back full time from a fitness point of view with his ankle injury. Obviously a former Sunrisers Hyderabad, so knows the conditions well. Has come off the domestic Australian summer with some good form from a batting and bowling, and it'll strengthen their batting given that they've lost Johnny Bairstow. So
no, this is Punjab.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Johnny Bairstow, Hyderabad.
Oh, yeah. Because I was talking about Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Played for Sunrisers before,
that's why
but now he's playing for Punjab. It's all right, it's midnight. We've seen 6,000 runs hit today. You've got an early flight. We give that to you. Who are they missing? Has anyone left from their squad? No one's left from their squad. No one's on a flight from their squad, right?
Gale's still there.
Let's pull it back. Let's pull it up and say, is anyone leaving from there? No,
everyone's
Sam Curran? Does he go back?
No, Sam stays because his brother Tom is playing. So they've got one Curran playing. So This one stays.
Sam didn't get selected.
Did he get? Okay.
Sam didn't get selected, Tom did. So yeah, they don't lose anyone there, which is a good thing. But if we're looking outside, you're saying, okay, Moses Enrique was supposed to play one game, Lisa. He was supposed to
And
be in the
that's when
squad.
he rolled his ankle.
He rolled his ankle while playing football. Do not play football. Shaun, we spoke about this the other day. You don't see Manchester United warming up with a game of cricket.
And it was David Miller that came in, wasn't it? And he scored 40-odd runs?
Yeah, but he's also, there's not much they've got from him.
Yeah.
Gill's due a big score, right? So Punjab's got a few things to worry about as well.
So they must be like Manchester United and not play football at the moment. Because we can't get any points. Yeah, I mean, David Miller's performance the other night probably wasn't his best. We haven't seen the best of him throughout the tournament. So there's a chance if Enriquez is fit that you maybe throw him into the mix and say, okay, let's see what you can do.
Yeah, we still don't know whether Mujib is entirely fit and available for selection after that shoulder injury that he had while fielding at the boundary, because if Mujib was fit, this would be the kind of surface that Ashwin would be tempted to play him in.
Yeah, all he has to do is take the ball away from the middle of the bat. Either side, they don't care. Whichever way you want Mujib, carry on. I think he'd be an asset to their side. David Warner, we know how much he loves Hyderabad. I think he averages over 60 on that ground. So
you need someone to just
correct.
close him out early.
Yeah.
Well, he won't want to close himself out early because it's his last game that he's playing this season for Sunrisers Hyderabad, and he'd want to go out in style. Remember, Bairstow went out with a duck, didn't he? The last game that he played, he went out on a duck. Warner would not want to do that because there is the one-upmanship, right? I mean, you're Australia, you're England, you're going to see each other in a few days. Then you'll have Ashes to play with each other.
And he's leading run scores, so secretly he wouldn't mind at the end of the tournament still being.
Yeah.
So he's got one more chance to just add a few more runs.
Yeah, he really would. All right, so that's the game tomorrow. Again, it's a Monday. Mondays are usually boring. It's not going to happen tomorrow because tomorrow is a super interesting game for both teams and for a lot of teams around. So I know if you're a fan of pretty much any team, you'd really be interested in this tomorrow. The joy factor question. Bring it up. We got it. This is an easy one today. Mudassar Nazar and Mohammad Azharuddin are the first, and KL Rahul and Dean Elgar the latest in which specific list in Test cricket? 199%. It is about 199. Batsmen out for 99, only 2 Indians are on that list of 10. KL Rahul and, of course, Mohammad Azharuddin. So there you go. Let's see if somebody got the right answer in. Let's see. Bring it up. Bring it up. I'm ready with my salute. Devansh Agarwal, 111 Devansh, not 199 Devansh, 111 Devansh. Congratulations to you, buddy. Well done. Got the answer in right. We gave a clue, didn't we, Polly? We gave the clue. We said just short, just short. I said they'll get 200. Shaun said we just short.
Gave it a lot of thought and just come up short.
Yeah. Devansh did not, though. Some other people did. Devansh did. Well, okay, so that wraps it up for us here. We're going to see you tomorrow on MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. That's going to be at 7:30 in the evening for just the one game. It's been a long day today. We've had some great cricket. Delhi Capitals have qualified. Mumbai Indians still haven't. KKR still in play. RCB, we thought were out of the tournament, but apparently they still have a chance. From what, if Shaun's Twitter is to be believed. I don't know. Twitter's never to be believed, but apparently, if we were to believe it, they're still in. And it's great. If they're still in, that's great. Big thank you, Lisa Sthalekar. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much, Shaun Pollock. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Gaurav Kapur, and from the rest of our crew, I'd like to say good night. We'll see you tomorrow on Z Monday at 7:30. Bye-bye.